Now, this question. Determine the magnitude of the resultant force and its direction measured clockwise from the positive mu axis. Whenever we are going to determine the direction, it means that we are going to find out the angle. Okay, so we know that, let's call this alpha and this one is beta. So these alpha and beta are called as the alternate angles and they are always equal. So angle alpha is equal to angle beta, and similarly this angle, let's call this C, and this angle, let's call this D, are always equal because they are alternate angles. So angle C is equal to angle T. We know about it already. Now let's draw this diagram. This is your V and this is your U. The 4 kilonewton force is acting along like this. This is 4 kilonewton force, which makes an angle of 30 degree with V axis. And this is your 6 kilonewton force acting along like this, which makes an angle of 30 degree with U axis. Now our first step is to join the vectors, and for that we have to apply the head to tail rule here. Okay, so we have to put the tail of 6 kilonewton on the head of 4 kilonewton like this. And finally, if our given vectors is finished, then we have to join the tail of first vector to the head of last vector, so that this is our resultant force. This is Fr and this is nothing but 6 kilonewton. Now if you look carefully into this diagram, this is nothing but a triangle. So in triangle there are the three angles. Let's call this alpha, this one is beta, and that one is gamma. Now I extract this triangle from here. Now what about alpha, beta and gamma? If you look carefully into the equation diagram, this is 75 degree. It tells us that the angle between U and V axis is nothing but 75 degree. So this one also here is 75 degree. Okay, now if this one is 30 degree, what about this one? Let's call this X. This is nothing but X plus 30 degree is equal to 75 degree. So this is equal to X is equal to 45 degree. Now the angle between F1 vector and mu is nothing but 45 degree. So this one is 45 degree. If you add 30 degree plus 45 degree, you can get the same result of the opposite side. So the value of F1 or the value of 4 kilonewton and mu is nothing but 45 degree. And what about the angle between F1 and F2? So if this is 45 degree here and this one is 30 degree, so the total angle here is nothing but 30 plus 45 degrees 75 degree. So the angle between 4 kilonewton and 6 kilonewton is 75 degree, but remember that this is tail to tail angle, and this one right here or right here, this is head to tail angle. If you really want to find out the head to tail angle, you should subtract 180 degree with particular given angle. So this is alpha is equal to 180 degree minus head to head or tail to tail angle. So 180 degree minus 75 degree is equal to 105 degree. Now, the angle between 4 kilonewton and 6 kilonewton is nothing but 105 degree. Now, our second step is to apply the law of cosine to determine the magnitude of resultant force. So, law of cosine says that Fr is equal to under root f1 square plus f2 square minus 2 f1 f2 cos of theta. Why I am putting minus sign here? Because the 6 kilonewton force is acting along the negative y-axis direction. That's why I am putting minus sign here. So Fr is equal to under root 4 square plus 6 square minus 2 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 6 multiplied by cos of 105 degree. Head to tail angle of 4 kilonewton and 6 kilonewton force. Now grab the calculator, put the values into it and solve it for Fr. Now the value of Fr is nothing but 8.026 kilonewton. And what about its direction? Now if you look carefully into the diagram, 45 degrees is basically the angle of 4 kilonewton and mu axis. This is your basically mu axis. Now this is our mu axis, this one, and this is basically 45 degree. Now I draw the diagram here. This is 4 kilonewton, this is our 6 kilonewton force. The angle between 4 kilonewton and 6 kilonewton is 105 degree. This is basically our Fr, and this is basically our mu axis, this one. The angle between 4 kilonewton and mu axis is nothing but 45 degree, and we want to find out this amount of angle. Let's call this theta. Now if you add 45 degree plus theta, you get this amount of angle. Let's call this alpha. Now apply the law of sine to find out the value of alpha. Sine alpha upon 6, which is equal to sine 105 degree upon Fr. Now sine alpha is equal to 6 multiplied by sine 105 degree, and the value of Fr is 8.026. So alpha is equal to sine inverse 6 multiplied by sine 105 degree upon 8.026. Grab the calculator, put the values into it and solve it for alpha. So the value of alpha is 46.26 degree, and alpha is nothing but 45 degree plus theta, because if you add 45 degree plus theta you get the alpha angle. Okay, so alpha is basically 45 degree plus theta, which is equal to alpha. Okay, and the value of alpha is 46.26. so 45 degree plus theta is equal to 46.26. so theta is nothing but 1.26 degree. Now we can measure the angle into two different flavors. One is anti-clockwise and the other one is clockwise. So whenever we measure the angle to the clockwise manner, so it should taken as negative. And whenever we are going to measure the angle through the anti-clockwise manner, it should taken as positive. Now Let's draw a diagram. This is basically our 4 kilonewton force. This is nothing but the 6 kilonewton force, and this is basically our DFR. So this is basically our mu axis, and this angle right here, it is basically 1.26 degree, and this angle goes to the clockwise manner. That's why the negative sign appear here. Now your question has been solved here.